We as women often depend on our fathers, on our brothers, or our spouses to take all the financial decisions of our household. But times has changed, so shall we. So here I got for you is 5 money lessons that every woman out there should know, as well as implement them and teach their younger ones, their younger brother or sisters, or their children to implement these lessons in their life for great financial independence. So let's dive into it. The first money lesson, which all of you should know, is budgeting. So, the simple definition of budgeting is to keep a track of where from the money comes from and where it goes. So, some practical suggestions which will help you in budgeting is first aim for zero budgeting. Zero budgeting means before money comes into account, allocate each penny towards a specific use. In that way, you won't be worrying after money comes where to use this money, and at the end you won't owe a single penny to anyone outside your arena. Next, if you're married, it's very much imperative to do together because two different person brings different opinions and different perspectives to the table, and that really helps out to discuss the pros and cons of every investment option or every usage of money. But if you are single, it's good enough to plan yourself. Third is you have to think that every month is different. You have to be flexible enough, not stuck on a specific use of money. For example, if you have a specific event in the nearby month, in the coming months, so you have to plan those expenses before the event comes into picture, and that should not disturb your entire budget for the month. Next thing is start paying off your debt as much as possible. As Warren Buffett says that it does not make sense to invest your money in stock market or in mutual funds and earn 12% returns and at the same time paying 16-17% interest to a bank where you owe their money. So it's very much essential to pay off your debt so that the money in your hand increases and it gives you freedom to decide to invest your money in any instrument you like. Next is stop using your credit cards as much as possible. I know it's very difficult to stop using credit cards because as millennials are really dependent on credit cards for all our expenses. And during the starting phase of my career, even I used to depend heavily on credit cards. I used to spend so much more than what I earned. So that strained my finances to a great extent. But later on, as I grew mature in my career, as I grew up towards the higher ladders of my career, I decided consciously that the month when I used my credit card so much, next 2-3 months, I would completely stop the credit card so that I bring myself back on the track and it helps me in reducing my dependence on credit cards. Next important thing is always have specific goals. I know many people when start of their career they do not know where to use their money or for what purpose they should save money. But please do understand any goal if you are not very much clear or you are not sure of, you definitely are going to work for another 30-40 years and after that you will stop earning money from your active career. So you are going to retire one day. So retirement is a sure shot goal that everyone should have. So please try to keep that in mind and start saving money for that goal if you are not sure of your higher education or you are not sure of having a marriage in coming years. But retirement is a golden thing that's definitely going to happen in your life. A sample budget which you can see on the screen, as I said, have income on one place and have expenses on another place, and if you deduct these expenses from your income, you can get some buffer amount that you can place in your emergency funds. Number 2 lesson is diversification. What it means is investing your money in different instruments rather than putting in the same instrument. For example, if you are a conservative investor and if you are very much comfortable in keeping fixed deposits or post office deposits, then if you put all the money in fixed deposit and suddenly if that bank got bankrupt or RBI has placed a moratorium on that bank, then your money gets stuck and you will be helpless and you cannot withdraw your money at any cost. So to reduce that risk of any uncertainty or any unexpected circumstances, always diversify your money in different investments. For example, a rule of thumb is whatever your age is, subtract that age from your 100, that amount you can invest in equity or stock market, and the remaining amount you can place in fixed deposits or post office deposits. Suppose your age is 30, 100 minus 30 is 70. So 70% of your money you can place in equity or stock market. Remaining 30% you can place in fixed deposits where the risk is almost zero. Doing this will definitely reduce your uncertainty of investment. Number third lesson is always ask for more money. We as women often face inequality still now at our workplace. We feel shy and hesitate to ask for more money when we really deserve that. So as women, we should leave all our hesitation and ask for more money when we have our promotion due or going for a salary hike or ratings during appraisal. I really wish someone would have mentored me or someone have told me this thing at the starting phase of my career. Number fourth lesson which all of you can do is always have a fallback fund. Fallback fund means emergency fund. Whenever unexpected situations happen in your life and which you really have not expected, for example, your house underwent a fire accident or any of your relatives had a health problem or someone expired in your family, then for those events you need some money, you need a backup without disturbing the budget for the entire month. So if you keep a fallback fund by squeezing some amount of money every month, then that will really give a peace of mind every day. Some practical suggestions are for a emergency fund is whatever your monthly expenses are, multiply that amount to 3 or 6 times, and that amount of money you can move to emergency fund. For example, if your monthly expenses are 20,000, multiply that into 6 times, and 1,20,000 you should have minimum in your emergency fund. And it is very much essential to have a separate account, separate savings account to keep that emergency fund, so that you do not use that fund for any other planned expenses. Always start small, I know, because when we start our career we are not earning so much to give too much amount in our emergency fund. Start with 1,000 rupees, start with 500 rupees. Slowly and gradually that will build up your emergency fund. Fifth important thing is understand your finances. There are 4 things which all of you should understand is credit card statement, your bank account statement, your investment accounts, and your IT returns. In credit card statement, there are so many factors which many people still don't know. For example, your maximum card limit, the difference between minimum due amount and the total due amount, and what is a grace period and by what date you should pay the total amount. And even people do not know that if your card is lost or your card is misused or unauthorized usage has been observed in your credit card, you have to call the customer service of your card company and immediately block the card and inform them about the unauthorized usage. People do not know that, because of which they lose so much amount to credit card. They run from pillar to post to the company to get back their money. So if you do this basic thing, that will really help you from all the inconveniences which you can face in future. Next is bank account statement. As I said, every bank charges you some charges which you may not be aware of, like installer charges, like MCDD charges, like account closure charges. So if you do not understand a specific charge, please go to that bank or call up their customer service and understand the charges so that you can avoid those charges in future. That will help you in reducing the small deductions that will end up in huge amount at the end of the year. Next, also you should know about your mutual fund folios, about your insurance accounts, that how much they are charging, or what is their AMC charges, or what is the percentage of bonus they are declaring every year.
So if you understand these things, it will help you in better deciding investment options when you have more money in your hand. Next is IT returns. We usually give chartered accountants to prepare our IT returns, but at the end of the period, it is you who is responsible for that income tax returns. So if anything goes wrong, then you have to pay the penalty.
So understanding these small intricacies will help you in saving tax. But also do understand, friends, the amount you pay as tax goes into the development of our nation. So please do not hesitate in paying tax wherever it is due. I hope, friends, you liked my video. Please consider subscribing my channel and also like and comment below any ideas if you want to discuss. Have a great day.